Yeah, Minecraft is still kind of a, I would say, a new game to me, even though I've been playing it since like before the jungles were even added. I think that was like 1.3 or something like that.
Oh, it's a party
Not a
now!
true beta player or an alpha player, you could say. I wasn't quite on the train then, but I joined right before they added jungles, and that was kind of a huge thing for me. I was like, wow, a whole new biome and a whole new tree type, new food with the cookies and the cocoa. Um, I'm pretty sure they didn't add ocelots yet, so or the temples. So they added the jungles, and then after that they started doing the temples and the ocelots and everything. So that was all new to me. Yeah, I'm still learning um, about everything. The water temples, I realize you kind of just have to go in there with a respiration helmet and efficiency on your tools if you want to get anything done. Um,
Hang on to something!
but the water in Minecraft has always just been something I avoid because I hate mining anything underwater. And when I was younger, I was not that good at the game, so I didn't really know about respiration. So I would just kind of avoid the water in general. Um, so hopefully in my modded world or in my hardcore world, if I get that far, I'll actually, get an enchanting table, get some respiration on my helmet, go under there, and, check out what's going on there. I do have a mod, some kind of aquatic mod, on my modded world, which enhances the oceans even further. So that's going to be nice to explore a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, the Guardians just kind of scare me, and how they give you mining fatigue for, however long it is, like 2 hours or whatever.
Healing's up over here.
Oh, I don't really know what's going on with the boss. I think it's just called the Guardian, the Ocean Guardian or something like that, like the big one. I've never fought that thing. I don't know how to fight it. I just fought the Wither for the first time. It took me forever. So, that's all going to be new to me.
Just like I planned.
I think right now, really the only thing I'm worried about in my hardcore world is building a house. So I think most of the exploration of mechanics and new features is going to be in my modded world, to be fair. With the exception of, the very newest things. I think they just added the Pale Garden. If I haven't seen that, I might see that in my new world. Something else, I feel like they just added. I know they're going to add the Happy Gas pretty soon. Or it might be part of the snapshot, actually, I don't know. I'm not playing the snapshot though, so I'm gonna have to wait till the new update for that. Man, I'm screwed. Oh, that sucks. Gonna have to restart. Alright. Yeah, I don't know, Minecraft is cool. Minecraft is fun. I like the new features, I'm not a hater. I feel like every update people complain because they don't add enough stuff. I feel like every oh, we still have one more life? Oh. Hold on. I feel like people complain just about every update because they don't add like new ores, the caves, and new food in the crops or something, or the end update. Those have been like the three big things people have been asking for years. They never do them. So I feel like people just complain. I've been liking pretty much all the updates though.
Made it. If anyone only as the baying of hounds echoing in the hollow of their
I don't really
souls.
expect Minecraft to go the Terraria route and add like thousands of new items per update, you know what I mean? I feel like Minecraft back then, the classic Minecraft, was already good enough. So they're kind of just enriching the experience with every new item that they put. Like the falling leaves, the trees now that are now vanilla, those look really nice. The leaf litter, you can use this fuel right in the beginning of the game, is super nice. New dandelions or wildflowers instead of, oh yeah, wildflowers instead of dandelions. Nice. I like how they look. I know it's a bit old at this point, but the cherry blossoms are nice. I really like how the cherry blossoms look. I think it gives a nice vibrancy to the world that we didn't really have before with wood. Lanterns and soul lanterns are super nice looking. I don't know, yeah, I just appreciate what they do so far, what they've done so far. I don't really expect them to add like a huge update every time. It's not like they've been slacking on those anyways. We've got the Nether update past couple years. We got the Caves and Cliffs update a little bit more recently. So I mean, that's already two huge parts of the game overhauled. I would expect the end probably to come at some point. I don't really have any, proof of that or any way to like point that direction to say that they're gonna update the end. You know what I mean? But I just have a feeling that they're gonna do that at some point because they already took care of the Nether, and they're kind of focusing on the overworld right now. There's a lot of different changes right now. Frogs are new, fireflies are new. All the cave stuff, like I said. Oh, we're fighting the Dragon Lord? Is this Dragon Lord? Oh no, I feel like we're not gonna get out of this. This is great. Oh god. Alright, alright. I gotta put on my other skill. I mean, I can't lie that I'm not at least a little bit disappointed that there's not at least like one or two more ores that we can use throughout the game. I know netherite is kind of took that idea from caves and just put that in the nether. So maybe, you know what, maybe I'm not so disappointed. I just don't really go for netherite, so I never really see it that often. But I don't know, I feel like being able to use being able to make bronze out of copper and iron might be kind of nice. Make like, I don't know, like new machines or something with bronze, something like that to use with redstone. I don't know, something of that nature. Just one or two more ores, I feel like would make the caves that much more fun to be in. I don't think they're boring by any stretch. There's like cave biomes now, which I think is crazy. I would have never imagined that when I was a kid, so good enough for me, I would say. The new music is also really nice. They didn't really talk about this at all, but all the new music, I feel like it's super atmospheric and puts me into the game even more. Like the OG music is all nice and it's like nostalgic and everything. And of course, when I used to play as a kid, I remember building and building and building, and you'd hear that soundtrack, and it would just be iconic. It still is. Don't get me wrong. But the new music, crazy. It's like scary. I started my hardcore world, and I don't know, it's just so ambient, atmospheric. I feel like it suits the vibe of the game now very well. Like I'd just be walking on the overworld, walking on like a plains biome or something, minding my business, and it's not even nighttime yet, but I'm getting scared because the music is like so ominous and foreboding, and I realize night is coming soon, so I'm like getting paranoid that like I'm gonna die or something's gonna sneak up on me in the daytime, something like that. I'm like, I like get scared just walking around like normal. But yeah, I would say the music is also been done a good service. Sorry, I'm taking a bite here. I just think people should stop complaining so much about the updates. Maybe I could see the argument, maybe if Mojang was still indie and wasn't owned by Microsoft, maybe they could put some more effort and time into the game, maybe. But I mean, Microsoft is not just working on Minecraft, like they're an entire company, like multi discipline company. They're like in different, disciplines and multiple different industries and all that stuff, so they got their plates pretty much full. That's it. We're done. I don't really blame them that they can't really, overhaul the game each update.
Death is miserable at dice. Can't spot a cheat to save her life.
That was cool. Try it again.
I'm trying to think of other features that I know about that I haven't used yet. I know there's like tons of decoration that I haven't really made use of. Like I said, I'm not really good at building. But most of the time, the rare times that I play Minecraft in the first place, all I do is look up a tutorial for like a kind of general looking house. Like it's not really unique to me per se. Like I'll look up like a modern design, and it's all quartz, concrete, black concrete, glass, or quartz, maybe some stone or something like that. The inside might have like I don't know, like some lanterns, some candles maybe. So I haven't really exhausted the options for cosmetic things yet with the different stones. I know the different stones are kind of old at this point. The andesite and the
How is it I'm always down?
andesite, calcite, diorite, and granite, I believe. Those are all kind of old news at this point. I just haven't really used them in my builds all that much. That's something I can do. Coral blocks, all that stuff I can use in my builds a little bit more. I don't even know at this point. I don't know, I just feel like, at least in my case, I feel like Minecraft has so much more potential that I haven't even explored yet. So I'm definitely going to be playing for another, I don't even know, 1,000 hours. Why not?
Was that it?
I would definitely say it's my favorite game. That wasn't clear already. I'm not sure, honestly, if I've put the most time into it. I know I used to play it like hours on end when I was a kid. Just building pixel arts from tutorials and making new worlds every time there was a new update. Kind of going through the same progression every time. Yeah, at a certain point, like I said, when they started doing the aquatic update, I kind of got burnt out on vanilla, because at least to me, I was doing the same thing over and over again, so I wasn't really getting a unique experience every time. And of course, you know, I'm checking out, of course, right before they start to overhaul a lot of the different biomes in the game and areas of the game. So I started doing modded, and the modded stuff is really nice because it's like completely different, of course. You know, I started taking a liking to that, and then I hop back on vanilla after a few years, and I'm like, what the heck? This is a completely different game, man. Should have just stayed on vanilla. Yeah, I would say it's my favorite game. I don't know how many hours I have in it. It's going to be across different consoles at this point, so I can't really tell. My old Xbox account is gone, so I don't have any data from that at all, unfortunately. I think my old Mojang account is gone too. I was using my Xbox account as my Microsoft account. I'm pretty sure that account was linked to my old Mojang account. Now that that's gone, I don't really know how that works. Because I'm still able to play Minecraft on my PC for some reason. Every time I launch the launcher, it tells me I'm not signed in on the right Microsoft account, because it doesn't exist anymore. But it still lets me play. So maybe once you have it downloaded, it doesn't really check for the account like that, like Xbox would. I don't really want to mess with it and find out, because I don't want to buy it again for like 40 bucks or whatever. Yeah, that's all gone. I don't have it linked to Steam, so I don't have any way to tell, you know, my hours from that. I would wager it's somewhere above 1,000 hours. Only a few games I do have that many hours in. Minecraft, I would say, is probably one of them. Let's go for the non-hard challenges this time, because I feel like I got my kind of whooped last time. Feel a bit better, I think. If I had to guess what kind of game I have the most hours in, I might say Borderlands or Terraria over Minecraft. I think Minecraft might be, I think those actually might be my top three. Now that I say it out loud. Probably going to be Borderlands 2, also across different consoles. Started on Xbox 360, switched over to Xbox One, switched over to PC after that. Terraria, same thing there. Started on Xbox 360. Started playing it on PC. Started playing it on Xbox One, and started playing it on Switch as well. So a lot of hours there. Binding of Isaac honestly might be kind of close. I sank a lot of hours into that PC and Xbox One. That's kind of close, I would say. Yeah, Minecraft definitely the most. I've bought Minecraft the most times. Xbox 360 edition, Bedrock edition, Xbox One, PC a few times, Switch. So yeah, I would definitely say I've purchased Minecraft the most. I don't necessarily know if I have the most hours in that. You know that now that we know, to start talking about the game again, this game. Now that we know what happens when you donate those crystals, I don't really know it's that important to save up 2,000 every time. I thought we would get maybe like an above legendary item. In the other games, there's been consistently items that surpass legendary in the rarity. Borderlands 2, there was seraph weapons and pearlescent weapons. I believe rainbow weapons were also above legendary, even though those were exclusive to a certain DLC. Pre-sequel, there was glitch weapons, which might be above legendary, I believe. And I think pearlescents returned in Borderlands 3, and they were in number 1 as well, so kind of been a thing since the beginning of the franchise. I was kind of hoping we'd get a pearlescent or a seraph weapon a little bit, but we didn't, which is fine.
What did you eat? Oh, right, that thing.
So I don't really think it's all that important to save up 2,000 crystals every time, especially if we're gonna just get whooped every time because we're taking the hardest challenges to get more crystals. So I'm gonna try to balance out the rewards a bit more as we go on here. Probably only going to take a handful of the Dragon Lord's curses every time we do now on. We don't really need weapons like that. And we can still buy the weapons in the vending machines and give up some money anyways, so. There's still plenty of ways we can get legendaries from it.
Healing vial! Get your healing vial here!
Oh god. What was that? Is that the ice that did that? This is that much damage? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of gushing about Minecraft. Love the game. I love all the updates that have come out. There's not been an update that I've been disappointed in, to be honest with you. Every update, I feel like, from the beginning of the game, nice. The only one that I haven't really made use of is maybe the Redstone update, like way back in like 1.6 or something like that. I still don't know how to build basic machines out of Redstone, so I like rarely ever use it. I want to start learning though. I kind of realized that while I was playing my modded world. I specifically grabbed mods which kind of do what people were complaining about this entire time. I got one that enhanced farming. I've got one that enhances the oceans, even more than they already were. I've got extra ores that I can grab. I've got like vertical slabs and a little bit more variety in cosmetics.
Where are your manners, Potter?
Some other dimensions. I've got the Twilight Forest and the Aether installed right now. I would say my modded world is kind of what I believe people have been wanting for a while now. You know, my own take on what I would want if, like, they added extra dimensions or more boss fights, you know, that kind of thing. But the only thing that I haven't done is add redstone stuff. I have no redstone mods, and I haven't done anything with redstone the entire time in my world. Which, I don't know if I'm gonna remedy that and start doing redstone stuff. I don't really know what I would do. I'm definitely not Bumbo in that field. I can't just make a house that disappears into the ground with redstone. You know what I mean? But I have so much redstone in that world. Not really sure exactly where it came from, but I do have so much redstone in that world that I've thought about
To me, my mushroom minion.
the idea of creating a small computer or something to that effect. Because, you know, for years you see these builds of people making huge computers with redstone, and they actually work, like binary computers. They actually work, and they'll have like a display screen with like basic graphics on it and everything. I'm not saying I'm going to make that, but I am kind of interested to see where they're coming from when they build stuff like that, because I kind of just realized that redstone is a binary system. You know, every piece of redstone dust is either on or off, which I think is interesting because you can use that as a binary system. But they also have, if I remember correctly, I think redstone has like a strength to it. So if you have like a redstone torch right next to a piece of redstone dust, you'll have like a certain amount of strength. But if you move that dust outwards, you know, away from the torch, I think the redstone would still be on, technically, but it would have a different signal strength. Meaning, I think if you do it correctly, I think you could make a computer using the different values of redstone, meaning you, instead of having zeros or ones, you could have 0 through 16, which is like a total of, I think it's 16, right, for the strength? Which means you could have like a computer running on 17 values per bit or something like that, instead of 2. I might be thinking of that wrong. I realize not all computers run on binary, which is, you know, why I'm curious. But I don't really know if it's possible to run a computer on more than like 4 or 5 values per bit, something like that. And I also don't really know how redstone works in that capacity. I don't know if you can really get something to work using different values like that. Which is, again, why I'm curious to find out. You know, at some point I might just do some research and find out how to do that. Or download some extra mods to help me out with that. One project I wanted to do that I actually never got around to was using the end as a sort of second hub of my world. With the nether being as dangerous as it is now, I felt like the end might be the next best thing. Especially with the end cities and the different resources that they have there. So what I was going to do was find out where each of the, you know, those end portals are, or the nodes, I think they're called, end nodes. I was going to build out to every single one of them using blocks and build like a platform around. I bumped my mic there. I was going to build a platform around the nodes so I could travel between them easily, and also, you know, use the main island as a hub. A base, basically. Never got around to that, so that's still something I need to do. I beat the Ender Dragon one time. I don't know if you can respawn it, but beat it one time, and I got my elytra from one of the cities, and I just headed home from there. I didn't mess around. I didn't farm for different things. But yeah, I'm gonna need to go back there and do that at some point. Still a lot of stuff for me to do in that world, but Redstone is definitely on that list.